You've been lied to about money. Not by people trying to deceive you, but by a worldview that fundamentally misunderstands what money actually is. You've been taught that money is a thing, a scarce resource you have to fight for. Something external that you either have or don't have. But quantum physics reveals something radically different. Money is not a thing. Money is energy. And once you understand money as energy, everything about wealth, abundance, and financial freedom transforms. Welcome. Today we're exploring one of the most practical applications of quantum physics you'll ever encounter. The relationship between energy, frequency, consciousness, and money. This isn't motivational speaking. This isn't positive thinking. This is the actual physics of how money flows, why it accumulates in certain places and not others, and how you can align with the frequency of abundance. By the end of this video, you'll never see money the same way again. Let's start with a fundamental principle from physics. Everything is energy. Einstein proved this with E equals mc squared. Mass and energy are interchangeable. Matter is concentrated energy. This means the cash in your wallet, the numbers in your bank account, the physical coins and bills, all of it is energy vibrating at specific frequencies. But more importantly, the flow of money, the attraction or repulsion of wealth, operates according to energetic principles. Money is a medium of exchange. But what is it exchanging? Energy. When you work, you're converting your life force energy, your time, your attention, your skills, into money. When you buy something, you're converting money back into energy in the form of goods or services. Money is the intermediary, the translator between different forms of energy. It's not the energy itself, it's the carrier wave. Think about electricity. Electricity is energy flowing through wires. The wires aren't the electricity. They're the medium through which electricity flows. Money works exactly the same way. Your bank account isn't wealth. It's the wire. The wealth is the energy flowing through it. And just like electricity flows from high potential to low potential, money flows along energetic gradients. It moves from where there's energetic contraction to where there's energetic expansion. This is why people who are desperate for money rarely attract it. Desperation is a contractive energy. It's low frequency, fear-based, scarcity-minded, and contraction repels flow. Meanwhile, people who are relaxed about money, who trust abundance, who feel genuinely wealthy regardless of their bank balance, these people attract money easily. Not because they're lucky, but because their energy is expansive. Expansion attracts flow. In quantum field theory, the universe is described as fields of energy and information. These fields are in constant flux, constantly exchanging energy. Your consciousness is not separate from these fields. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and expectations create electromagnetic signals that interact with the quantum field. And money, being a form of energy, responds to these signals. You're not attracting money through magic. You're creating resonance conditions that allow money to flow to you. Let's talk about frequency. Every emotion has a measurable electromagnetic frequency. Fear, anxiety, scarcity consciousness. These vibrate at low frequencies. Love, gratitude, abundance consciousness. These vibrate at high frequencies. And here's the key. You can only attract what matches your frequency. If you're vibrating at the frequency of lack, you'll attract experiences that match lack. If you're vibrating at the frequency of abundance, you'll attract experiences that match abundance. This has been measured. The Institute of Heart Math has demonstrated that emotions create measurable electromagnetic fields extending several feet beyond the body. These fields influence people and environments around you. When you feel genuinely abundant, grateful, expectant of good things, you're broadcasting a high-frequency signal. And the quantum field responds by collapsing probabilities that match that signal. Opportunities appear, resources show up, money flows. But when you're in fear, worry, scarcity thinking, you're broadcasting a low-frequency signal, and the field responds accordingly. Opportunities dry up, resources become scarce. Money stops flowing, not because the universe is punishing you, but because you're creating energetic conditions that block flow. You're contracting instead of expanding. You're closing instead of opening. And energy cannot flow through a closed system. Ancient wisdom traditions understood this perfectly. In Sanskrit, the word for wealth is Lakshmi. But Lakshmi isn't just money. Lakshmi is the goddess of flow, of abundance, of prosperity in all forms. And the way to honor Lakshmi is not through grasping or hoarding, but through circulation, through generous giving and grateful receiving, through maintaining flow. Because wealth is not a static amount. Wealth is a dynamic flow of energy. Let's talk about the specific energetic blocks that are stopping money from flowing to you. Why? Because once you recognize these blocks, you can dissolve them. And the moment you do that, the flow resumes. I don't mean eventually, I mean immediately. Energy always moves the instant resistance is removed. So let's dive in. Block number 1 is the belief that money is scarce. This is the fundamental lie that creates most financial suffering. You've been led to believe there's not enough to go around, that if someone else gets a piece of the pie, there's less left for you. That wealth is some kind of zero-sum game. But this completely misunderstands how energy works. Energy can't be destroyed, it only transforms. And on a quantum level, energy is infinite. The universe contains unlimited potential. When you believe in scarcity, you're putting on a pair of scarcity glasses. You literally cannot see the opportunities right in front of you. Your brain is wired to filter information, and it starts tuning into scarcity. So, what do you notice? Every bill, every expense, every single person who seems to have more than you. And in the process, you completely miss every opportunity, every resource, every gift that's actually available. You're not experiencing scarcity because it's the ultimate reality. You're experiencing it because you're tuned to the scarcity frequency. Block number 2 is feeling guilty about having money. This is a huge one, especially for spiritually minded people. You've been told that money is the root of all evil, that wealthy people are greedy and wanting abundance is selfish. You might even believe that to be spiritual, you have to be poor. These conflicting beliefs create a push-pull dynamic inside you. One part of you wants money for the freedom and security it brings, but another part of you rejects it as unspiritual. This internal conflict creates a kind of energetic turbulence that just blocks the flow. But here's the truth. Money is neutral. It's just energy. Energy isn't good or bad. What matters is the intention behind it and what you do with it. A wealthy person with an open heart and a generous spirit can do far more good in the world than a poor person filled with resentment. Poverty doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you stressed, anxious, and limited in your ability to help yourself and others. The universe actually wants you to be abundant, because abundance amplifies your capacity to make a positive impact. Next up, block number 3, resentment toward wealthy people. Pay close attention to how you feel when you see someone who has a lot of money. Do you feel anger, envy, or bitterness? If you do, you're sending a very clear signal to the universe. You're essentially shouting, "I reject wealth. Wealthy people are bad, and I don't want to be like them." And the universe, being a mirror, simply responds by keeping wealth away from you. Because on an energetic level, you've rejected it. Here's a key principle. You cannot attract what you resent. You can only attract what you celebrate. This is why genuinely wealthy people are often happy when they see others succeed financially. They aren't threatened. They don't see someone else's gain as their loss. They celebrate abundance wherever they see it. And this celebration creates a powerful resonance. It tells the universe, yes, I'm aligned with abundance. Bring more of that my way. The moment you can feel genuine joy for someone else's financial success, you've dissolved a massive block. And you'll notice wealth starts flowing to you much more naturally. Let us move on to block number 4, the belief that you have to sacrifice and struggle to earn money. This is the no pain, no gain mentality applied to your finances. You believe money requires hard work, long hours, and maybe even suffering. That if money comes too easily, it's somehow not legitimate. This belief creates enormous resistance. You're basically telling the universe, I'm only allowed to receive money if I suffer enough to deserve it. And the universe, which always reflects your beliefs back to you, makes it so. Making money becomes a hard, exhausting, constant battle. But in a quantum reality, ease and flow are the natural state. When you are aligned with your true purpose, when you are creating value from a place of inspiration rather than obligation, money flows easily. This isn't about being lazy or entitled. It's about removing the resistance. You're allowing energy to move through you instead of trying to force it. The most abundant people I know work from a place of inspiration, not desperation. They work from joy, not a sense of duty, and the money they receive is in direct proportion to the value they joyfully create and the energetic alignment they maintain. Block number 5 is perhaps the deepest one for most people. Not feeling worthy of wealth. Deep down in your subconscious mind, there's a part of you that doesn't believe you deserve abundance. Maybe you were told as a child that you weren't good enough. Maybe you made mistakes in your past that you still haven't forgiven yourself for. Maybe you're constantly comparing yourself to others and feeling like you always come up short. Whatever the reason, this feeling of unworthiness creates an energetic ceiling on your life. You can only receive as much as you subconsciously believe you deserve. But here is the quantum truth. Worthiness is not something you earn. It is your birthright. It is your fundamental nature. You are a unique expression of the same universal consciousness that creates galaxies and orchestrates entire ecosystems. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone, least of all the universe. You are worth itself, experiencing life through a human body. When you can truly internalize this, the worthiness block dissolves. And suddenly, abundance feels natural. Receiving feels right. Wealth feels like coming home to who you've always been. Finally, block number 6. Being attached to specific outcomes. You want money, but you've decided it can only come in 1 or 2 specific ways. It has to come from your 9-to-5 job. Or it must come from that one business idea you have. Or it has to come from a particular person. This kind of attachment creates energetic contraction. You're closing off all the other infinite pathways through which abundance could reach you. But energy is creative, and it loves to surprise you. Money can flow from countless sources, unexpected gifts, surprising opportunities, a sudden brilliant idea, resources you never even imagined existed. When you let go of your attachment to exactly how the money comes, you open all the channels. You're telling the universe, I trust you to deliver abundance in whatever way is for my highest and best good. And the universe responds by activating pathways you couldn't have predicted. Synchronicities start happening. Doors you thought were locked swing open. Resources seem to appear out of nowhere. This isn't through force, it's through flow. It's not through control, it's through trust. This is how energy is designed to move. Freely, creatively, and abundantly. So take a moment to reflect on these 6 blocks. Scarcity thinking, guilt, resentment, the need to struggle, unworthiness, and attachment. Which ones resonate with you? Just by becoming aware of them, you've already started the process of dissolving them. The key is to shift your energy, shift your beliefs, and watch as the flow of abundance returns to your life. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you, make sure to like and subscribe for more. How do you align with the frequency of abundance? How do you become an energetic match for wealth? More importantly, how do you shift from that feeling of contraction and resistance into a state of expansion and flow? Let's dive deep and explore the specific, practical steps that can completely change your energetic relationship with money. Practice number 1 is to cultivate the feeling of already having what you want. Now, this isn't about simple visualization or just pretending. It's about genuine, energetic alignment. In quantum physics, there's something called the observer effect, which shows that particles exist in a state of infinite possibilities until they're observed. Think about it this way. Your future, abundant self, already exists as one of these possibilities in the vast quantum field. It's one of infinite potential timelines. When you can feel, right now, the way you would feel in that desired future, you are essentially collapsing the probability wave and pulling that specific timeline into your present reality. This isn't about fooling yourself. It's about recognizing a fundamental truth. Abundance is a state of consciousness, not a state of your circumstances. You can feel abundant with just $10 in your pocket, or you can feel deeply anxious with 10 million in the bank. The feeling is what creates the reality, not the other way around. So, start practicing the feeling of being wealthy. Practice feeling relaxed about money. Practice feeling a deep trust that resources will always appear right when you need them. This feeling is the frequency, the magnetic signal that attracts matching experiences into your life. Next, practice number 2. Give generously from wherever you are right now. I know, this can sound completely counterintuitive, especially when you feel like you don't have much to spare. But giving is one of the most powerful ways to shatter a scarcity mindset. When you give, you're making a bold declaration to the universe, to the quantum field. You're saying, I am abundant enough to give. I trust that there's more than enough to go around. I am not operating from a place of lack. And the field hears this declaration and responds in kind, by bringing more flow back to you. But here's the crucial part. This only works if you give with genuine joy, not out of a sense of obligation or resentment. Don't give with the expectation of getting something back. Give because it feels good. Give because you want to celebrate the beautiful flow of energy in the world. Give to causes you believe in, to people you want to support, to experiences that truly light you up. The actual amount doesn't matter. The energy behind it is everything. $5 given with pure joy creates a more powerful ripple of abundance than $500 given with resentment. Now for practice number 3, learn to receive gratefully. This is a huge one because most of us are actually terrible at receiving. Someone offers to pay for your lunch and you immediately refuse. Someone gives you a gift and you feel guilty or like you don't deserve it. Someone gives you a compliment and you deflect it. Every time you do this, you're creating an energetic block. You are literally pushing away the very flow of abundance that's trying to reach you. Every time you say no, thank you, when the universe is trying to give you something, you're reinforcing a belief in scarcity. So, you have to learn to receive with grace. Just say thank you and truly mean it. Feel the gratitude of being supported, of being given to. Allow others the joy of giving to you. Open yourself up to receiving gifts, opportunities, resources, and help. Receiving isn't a sign of weakness. It's allowing the natural, healthy circulation of energy. The more you receive with genuine gratitude, the more the universe will give you to be grateful for. You've proven you're a good steward of its gifts. You honor them, you let them flow through you, rather than hoarding or rejecting them. This brings us to practice number 4. Speak about money with respect and appreciation. Just take a moment and listen to how you talk about money. Do you find yourself saying things like, I can't afford that, or I'm always broke, or money doesn't grow on trees? Every single word you speak carries a vibration. Every statement is like a command sent out to the quantum field. When you speak of poverty, you are instructing the universe to create more poverty for you. When you speak of abundance, you are instructing it to create more abundance. You have the power to shift your language. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, try saying, I'm choosing to spend my money elsewhere right now. Instead of, I'm broke, you could say, I'm in a temporary low-flow period, and I trust it's already shifting. Instead of complaining that money is hard to make, affirm that, money flows to me easily when I'm aligned with my purpose. You're not lying. You're simply choosing which aspect of reality you want to amplify. And whatever you amplify with your attention and your language will inevitably expand. Let's move on to practice number 5. Clear your energetic channels regularly. Your body is a complex energy system. Stress, fear, and anxiety create blockages in this system. And these blockages don't just affect your emotions, they disrupt the flow of everything in your life. And that includes money. Practices like meditation, breathwork, and even movement like yoga or dance are incredibly effective for clearing these blockages. When your own personal energy is flowing freely within your body, money and opportunities can flow freely into your life. To be more specific, you can work with your lower 3 chakras, The root chakra, at the base of your spine, governs your sense of safety and security. When it's blocked, you feel chronically unsafe, which fuels a scarcity mindset. The sacral chakra, just below your navel, governs flow and creativity. When it's blocked, you feel stuck, which stops the flow of resources. And the solar plexus chakra, in your upper abdomen, governs your personal power. When it's blocked, you feel powerless, which makes attracting wealth seem impossible. By clearing these energy centers, you clear your relationship with money at the deepest energetic level. Practice number 6 is to act as if. Now, I don't mean this in a fake or inauthentic way. I mean it in an energy-shifting way. Ask yourself, how would I behave if I were already incredibly wealthy? You'd probably be more generous, right? More relaxed, more trusting and confident. You would make decisions from a place of abundance, not scarcity. You'd invest in yourself. You'd say yes to amazing opportunities without obsessing over the cost. So start behaving that way now. Not recklessly, but deliberately. Let your actions begin to reflect the frequency you want to embody. And that leads to practice number 7. Celebrate every single win, no matter how small. Did you find $1 on the street? Celebrate it! Did someone buy you coffee? Celebrate! Did you get an unexpected refund? Celebrate! Every single celebration is a confirmation to the quantum field. You're sending a message that says, yes, money is flowing to me. I notice it, I appreciate it, please bring more. Gratitude is an amplifier. What you appreciate, appreciates. The more you celebrate the inflow of good things, the more inflow you'll have to celebrate. Finally, practice number 8, release the past. Old financial wounds create energetic scar tissue. Maybe you lost money in a bad investment. Maybe someone you trusted betrayed you financially. Maybe you went through bankruptcy or faced some other kind of financial trauma. These experiences leave deep energetic imprints, and as long as they remain, they will distort your current relationship with money. You must forgive, you must release, you must let it go. Not because what happened was okay, but because holding on to it keeps you vibrating at that same painful frequency. The past does not have to determine your future unless you keep feeding it with your attention. In quantum terms, every single moment is a brand new collapse of the wave function. The fact that money didn't flow to you yesterday has no bearing on whether it can flow to you today. Past financial struggle does not predict future financial struggle unless you believe it does. And if you believe it does, you will keep creating probabilities that match that belief. Break the pattern. Declare a new timeline. Say to yourself, starting right now, I am aligned with abundance. And then, just watch what happens. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please subscribe for more videos on transforming your reality. Now let's integrate everything into a practical way of living. Because understanding money as energy is useless if you don't embody it. These final principles will transform your daily relationship with wealth, value, and abundance. Principle 1. Value is energy you create and circulate. You don't get money by taking from others. You get money by creating value for others. And value is simply organized energy that serves a need. When you solve a problem, you're directing energy toward a solution. When you create beauty, you're organizing energy into inspiration. When you teach, you're transmitting energy in the form of knowledge. All of these create value, and money flows in proportion to the value you create and how many people you serve. This completely reframes work. You're not trading time for money. You're channeling your life force energy into forms that serve others and receiving an energetic return. The more aligned you are with your purpose, the more energy flows through you. The more energy flows through you, the more value you create. The more value you create, the more abundance returns to you. It's not a transaction. It's circulation. Energy flowing out, energy flowing in, infinitely. Principle 2. Money loves speed. In energy terms, this means money loves momentum and decisive action. When you hesitate, doubt, overthink, you create stagnation. Energy cannot flow through stagnation. But when you make clear decisions quickly, when you act on inspiration immediately, when you trust your intuition without second guessing, you create velocity. And money moves with velocity. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means trusting yourself. When an opportunity feels right, say yes quickly. When something feels off, say no quickly. Don't agonize. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Perfect conditions don't exist. Alignment exists. Momentum exists. And when you move with momentum, resources rush in to support you. Because the universe responds to commitment, to action, to energy and motion. Principle 3. Invest in yourself without guilt. This is one of the hardest lessons for people conditioned by scarcity. Spending money on your growth, your education, your health, your joy feels selfish. You feel like you should save it or give it away or spend it on necessities. But investing in yourself is not selfish. It's energetically essential because you are the instrument through which energy flows. If the instrument is blocked, damaged, or limited, flow is constrained. When you invest in yourself, you're upgrading your capacity to receive, channel, and transmit energy. A course that teaches you a valuable skill increases your value creation capacity. A healing modality that releases trauma removes energetic blocks. An experience that brings you joy raises your frequency. All of these expand your energetic bandwidth. And the more bandwidth you have, the more abundance can flow through you. Investing in yourself isn't spending, it's circulation. It's preparing yourself to receive and give at higher levels. Principle 4. Let money flow through you, not to you. This is the secret the wealthiest people understand. They don't hoard money. They circulate it. Money comes in, money goes out. Always moving. Always flowing. Like a river. A river that stops flowing becomes a swamp, stagnant, unhealthy. But a river in motion is alive, clean, abundant. When money comes to you, let it move. Pay your bills with gratitude, invest in things that expand your life, give to causes that matter to you. Treat yourself to experiences that bring joy. Save some, yes, but not from fear. Save from wisdom, knowing that you're creating reservoirs for future flow. The key is the feeling. If you're holding money from fear of not having enough, you're creating contraction. If you're circulating money from trust that more is always coming, you're creating expansion. Energy follows your intention, not your bank balance. Principle 5. Align your work with your soul. This is not optional if you want true abundance. You can make money doing work you hate, but it will cost you your life force energy. You'll be exhausted, depleted, resentful, and that low-frequency state will block the flow of synchronistic opportunities and unexpected resources. But when your work aligns with your soul's purpose, everything changes. You're no longer working for money. You're expressing your essence, and money is the natural byproduct. You have energy for days because you're not forcing anything. You're allowing energy to move through you in its natural direction. And this creates a completely different quality of abundance. Not just financial, but energetic, emotional, spiritual. You feel wealthy in every dimension, and that feeling attracts more wealth of every kind. Principle 6. Trust the universe completely. This is the ultimate practice, and the hardest. Trusting when you can't see how things will work out. Trusting when your bank account is low. Trusting when everyone around you is anxious. But trust is not naivety. Trust is recognizing that you live in an intelligent, responsive universe. A universe made of consciousness and energy. A universe that reflects your inner state in your outer circumstances. When you trust, you relax. When you relax, you expand. When you expand, you allow. And allowing is the most powerful stance you can take. You're not forcing, controlling, manipulating. You're opening. receiving, dancing with life. And from this place, miracles happen. Not because you're special, but because you've removed the resistance that was blocking the natural flow of abundance. The universe was always trying to give you everything. You were just too contracted to receive it. Principle 7. Recognize that you are the source. This is the final understanding, the ultimate shift. You've been taught that money comes from external sources. Your job, your clients, your investments, the economy. But this is backwards. Money comes through these channels, but the source is you. Your consciousness, your energy, your frequency. You are the one collapsing quantum probabilities into experiences of wealth or poverty. You are the one creating the energetic conditions that attract or repel flow. You are the observer, and the observer creates reality. This doesn't mean you can magically manifest money through wishful thinking. It means you are the source of the frequency that determines what you attract. When you own this, when you stop giving your power to external circumstances and reclaim your identity as the conscious creator, everything shifts. So here we are. Money is energy. Energy is consciousness. Consciousness is you. Which means your relationship with money is your relationship with yourself. Do you feel worthy? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel trusting? Do you feel aligned? These inner states determine your outer wealth far more than any external strategy. Fix the frequency and the money follows. Guaranteed. Because that's how energy works. If this video shifted something in you, leave a comment describing your new relationship with money. Subscribe for more quantum truth applied to real life. And remember, you are not chasing abundance. You are abundance. You're not trying to attract wealth. You are wealth itself, temporarily experiencing the illusion of separation. Welcome home to the frequency of infinite abundance. Welcome home to recognizing yourself as the source of all flow. Welcome home to wealth consciousness. Money is energy. You are energy. Let it flow.